Hey, today we have news on the 60-day patch. If you didn't watch yesterday's video, I talked about how the patch is coming up on a Tuesday, and well, we now have confirmation on that. We'll go over the developer update video and talk a little bit about it. It's going to be a short video, so with that said, let's dive right into it. We are going to begin with the developer update video intro. The Arrowhead devs explained why they didn't want to release the patch on a Friday, and that's all due to the fact they didn't want to break the game while we're playing. And yeah, that could happen on a weekend, right? And they also confirmed the patch date, so you can check it out right here where the team said this in the video.
My name is Johan Pilestedt.
And I'm Niklas Malmborg.
So, 60 days, but we didn't look at the calendar.
What day is the 60 days?
It's on a Saturday.
Yeah.
And we don't patch during weekends because we don't want to break the game while you're playing the game. We have decided to release the 60-day patch on day 63. That's going to be on a Tuesday.
Even though it's a weekend between here and the patch, we'll leave you with some sneak peeks of our most exciting changes.
We're going to pause for a second, so as you can tell, it's going to be released on a Tuesday. In the video yesterday, I said either Tuesday or Wednesday, and it appears I was pretty much correct on that. Now, this is when you can expect the next update next week. You can see it on a Tuesday, so just mark your calendar on that. It's going to be quite exciting, and honestly, I cannot wait to see what they've done. But the developers have continued on and add a few changes, and you can check it out right here in the video because they said this.
We introduced flak to the autocannon.
Recoilless rifle has also received programmable ammo.
The Scorcher, and it actually has automatic fire.
One of the nicest changes here is to the stalwart.
With your backpack function, you can recall and let out your drone, so you don't want to finish too fast.
No, and I know all about that.
Okay. Anyway.
Let's talk about those changes now. They have plans to add flak to the autocannon. It also appears that they plan to change the way the autocannon and the recoilless rifle work by adding programmable ammo. Now, I'm not too sure exactly if the autocannon will receive programmable ammo as well, but it sounded like that when he mentioned that the recoilless rifle will also receive it. Also, if I'm not mistaken, that should be just like the commando, where you can't control where it goes. I'm pretty sure that's not like the spear where you can have a tracker on it or it will have a tracker on it. So for certain, it's ammo that you can guide to its destination or really wherever you plan to shoot it at. Now afterwards, as you all know, they talk about how the Scorcher is going to receive automatic fire. We no longer have to tap to fire, we can actually just pull the trigger and the energy gun will do the rest of the work. This is a big change for me because I love using the Scorcher when I can, and it's going to be even better. In the last video I brought up that they plan to change the Purifier so that it can shoot just like the Scorcher and could also be charged up to shoot. What I'm wondering now is if it will also receive automatic fire, so we don't have, a single shot, right? This is something I would love to know, yet as of right now, this is all we know about this specific weapon. They also hinted at the stalwart, yet they didn't mention exactly what they did, mainly due to the fact this video is supposed to be a hint video to, get us all hyped up about it, so I completely understand that. Anyways, the next hint was about the guard dog backpack. We can now recall our drone at any point to keep the ammo reserved. I like this change a lot, it's a pretty cool feature, and I wasn't even expecting them to make more changes to the guard dog, so I'm excited, and basically this will allow us to conserve ammo so we don't finish too quickly, unlike Mr. Pilestedt. Now besides weapons and stratagem changes, they also have plans to resolve a few bugs. You can tell in one of the clips where Mr. Pilestedt pulls up the paper, and the back portion clearly says fixes right there. I'm also hyped up about this. This patch, I imagine, will also resolve the issues with the Eradicate mission and the Nursery mission. The developers have previously relayed information to the community manager about this, and at the time, they essentially said they were in the process of fixing it. So expect bugs to be patched as well, and hopefully for most of you, they'll also improve performance, because I've noticed there are still some hiccups during the forest biome, and it would be amazing if they made changes to make it run a lot smoother. Since we talked about bugs, I do want to bring up one that's not annoying, but I thought it was quite funny. So if you check out this clip right here, you can see that I'm using an arc thrower as well as a blitzer, And then when I switch to my arc thrower, it literally throws me backwards, like the arc thrower actually throws you. I thought this was insane, and if you guys have never had this happen to you, then there you go, check it out. But yeah, I haven't had this happen to me ever before, but then again, I haven't used the arc thrower in some time, so maybe this is potentially a random bug that happens when you switch between the blitzer and the arc thrower. This is all we know as of right now. They have made changes to the autocannon, recoilless rifle, drone, stalwart, and they're also going to patch a few bugs. It's starting to look like another great patch. The only thing that concerns me is that they didn't mention any new content that will be coming. The reason for that could be that this is a hint video, right? And they don't want to spoil too much. What I like to see are new missions, ship upgrades, ways to use our samples, and requisition slips to purchase new colors on armor, or to exchange those samples for something. Also, I'd like to see if we're going to receive that new feature that Mr. Pilstead talked about. I believe it was on Discord where he mentioned there was going to be a way to change the armor's colors to the colors we have unlocked from the war bonds. If you're not too sure what I'm talking about right here, this is what Mr. Pilstead said. The team is working on a color mod system, same as vehicle pattern for armors. Yeah, that right there is something we can potentially expect in the next patch. Maybe not, maybe it comes in another patch, who knows. Yet, as of right now, this is all we know about the patch and some of those changes. If you guys didn't know, there's also a bunch of other changes. Definitely check out yesterday's video. There's some timestamps there, and you can actually find out what to expect in the next patch. So definitely check that video out once you're done with this one. Let's move along and go over the major order. Yesterday, we successfully defended Claurel, which is great. This means we can now head over to Vernon Wells and liberate that planet as soon as possible. We want to do this so that the automatons do not make their way over to the logistics hub, because we absolutely cannot lose that, or else we'll have a rough time trying to recover. The briefing message, I believe, even mentions that if we lose any important strategic points, we'll end up delaying the Democracy Space Station construction. If that happens, there's a potential chance the automatons will figure out exactly where the space station is located, and then they'll attack that next. What I suggest we do this time is, again, as I've said in yesterday's video, this is our chance to actually take over Vernon Wells, or we could go over to Lyseth and take that over, liberate it. So this will make everything easier when we take over Sojoth and the other planet at the top, which is Plaza. Now, which one should we attack? Should it be Lyseth or Vernon Wells? I highly recommend that we go over to Vernon Wells, so this way we do not lose the hub. That's highly important. It's way more important than Lyseth. Sure, Lyseth will make things easier. It will actually stop the bots from trying to make their way over to, you know, the actual DSS location. But if we head over to Vernon Wells right now, take over that planet, this will stop the bots altogether so they do not find out exactly where the Democracy Space Station is. I mean, really, this is the best plan to do, guys. We have to head over to Vernon Wells right now, take over that planet as soon as possible, because we really do not want them to figure out exactly where the DSS is located at. If you guys feel differently about that, then feel free to let me know in the comments, but I think this is the best plan, right? I think this is the best way to go about. But yeah, again, let me know what you think down below in the comments. But that's not all we have to worry about. There's also the right side where the Terminates are. We have Turn as well, which we cannot lose. Yet I believe we're perfectly fine there, considering we liberated Akmar and Achard. So that should be fine as it is. Yet still, you'll want to keep an eye out for that just in case those planets are taken over by the bugs. Next, we have an automaton secret that a player discovered on Lyseth. The person came across a strange text on the wall that can be translated. There's someone in the comments who transcribed it, and this is what it says. When Super Earth and Cyberstan become nigh, fear the beast with the all-seeing eye. Yeah, I'm not exactly sure what this could mean. Maybe it's a hint at a potential automaton boss in the future, or maybe it's a hint that the Illuminate are actually on their way. I honestly don't know what else it could mean. If you have any clue, feel free to comment down below and let me know. This is pretty much the end of the video, but I do want to give my overall thoughts and let you guys know what I plan to do on Tuesday. Basically, I think the patch is going to be great, and I plan on testing out everything, all the weapons, and I'm going to go through and make sure you all know the differences with the weapons and stratagems before and after the patch. I highly suggest keeping an eye out for that video on Tuesday. So make sure you have your notifications on so you don't miss out on that video. With all the information being said, this is your Helldivers 2 news. We're now going to check out the top 3 comments. If you guys would like to be featured in the next video, all you have to do is comment down below. The first comment is by TinHeart2853. Bro, shooting dropship with RR only to get hit by a berserker is just peak RR gang experience. Yes, indeed. You guys should definitely check out the last video to know what exactly he's talking about. The second comment is by Lyris9161. I swear to God, I've been attacked by the new shiny version of the basic trooper. Apparently some of you have. Now, I haven't personally seen it, but apparently some of you have, and some of you actually suggested that it's a bug. So maybe it is. And last but not least, the third comment is by Chris22. For major orders, mission taking places on or involving MMOs should reward more for those taking part in it. Yep, I agree with you. Maybe more medals, maybe a new color, maybe just something, new armor would be pretty cool too. Just something, right? Just something that rewards you for it. So those are the top 3 comments. If you guys would like to be featured, remember, comment down below. Thank you guys for checking out the video. Don't forget to subscribe and give this video a like. See you guys in the next one.